but it should come back to you pretty quickly. For those of you that are in French 3, this is something that we were supposed to do last year after spring break in French 2, and then, Corona happened and we never got to. So if you look at it, like what it's called, these actually should have accent marks. That didn't put on there. But Passé Composé means the composed, meaning composed of more than one part, past. And these little boxes is kind of like a formula, if you will, for what to do. So here, the first thing that you have to have in order to get your Passé Composé conjugation is a subject. Now, this may be a name or a noun, but it could also be your subject pronouns that are in your chart. So I'm going to try to color code. So you have je, or J apostrophe here, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, and il, elle, plural. You know this part, right? The next thing that you have to have, part 2, is a helping verb, and we're going to call it the HV. I'm going to close the door. Hang on a second. All right, so after your subject, you actually have a helping verb now in the past tense. This is something that up to now, when we have done present tense, I have told you you never ever have. That changes once you get to the past tense. So for now, until I tell you otherwise, your helping verb is going to be conjugated avoir. And so you can write a note that you actually conjugate out your helping verb in the present tense like you are used to. So here, your helping verb is avoir. That is AI, then AS, then all three of these are just the letter A. So you have A, and A, avant, ave, and on, O-N-T. All right, so when you are actually writing sentences out and conjugating something in the blank, after your subject, you must conjugate your helping verb. And for now, that is avoir. It will change later, but this is just kind of basic, easy stuff. All right. Thing number 3 is your past participle. And we're going to call this, yes, it is funny, but the PP. Okay. What happens with the past participle, this is kind of like the ED form of your verb. But you put that after your helping verb. So that's what this part is. In order to get that past participle for regular ER verbs, you drop the ER on all of these. And then on your stem, instead of adding the E, ES, E, ONS, all of your normal chart, all you are adding is an E with the accent mark, similar to, or the same thing that is up here. If you do not put this accent mark, it is completely wrong, okay? Because, like for parlay, your past participle is pronounced the same, it's parlay, but this, without an accent mark, is the present tense form of your verb. So this, the accent mark, is what actually makes it being conjugated in the passé composé, in the past tense. So here, demander becomes demandé, but it has E with the accent mark. Aimer becomes aimer, E with the accent mark. Okay? This is messing up, so I'm going to switch markers. Alright, so ER verbs, you drop the ER, you're adding E with the accent mark. Aigu. IR, when you drop the IR, you are going to add an I, just the letter I. So choisir becomes choisi. Finir becomes fini. And punir becomes puni. Okay? So drop the IR, add an I. Drop the RE. Here, it's kind of weird, but you add a U. So rendre becomes rendu. Vendu rendre is vendu, and perdre is perdu. So in class, someone said, like fondue, and that is right. Fondue means melted. So if you eat fondue, you are eating melted cheese. It's just the past participle of the verb to melt. That's where it comes from. All right, so we did all of this so that I could show you a chart. And I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to give you the already filled in chart so you can see it a little better. But what you're going to do when you conjugate this, for example, if you have je and a blank and it says conjugate chanter in the past tense, this becomes J apostrophe AI because this is your helping verb. And then CHANT, there's your stem. You add your E with an accent mark. So this means I sang, I did sing, I have sung. So it still means three different things, just like it does in the present tense, but everything is in the past. All right? So let me get the next slide up. The next page, rather. All right, so this is parlay. And so you can see it a little better on here. What we did, here's your subject. Je, tu, il, elle, on. Nous, vous, il, and elle. That's part one. All right. Part two is your helping verb. So that's avoir. You have ai, as, a, avant, avait, and ont. So there's your helping verb. That is part two. And then you have your past participle, which is exactly the same on all of these. So after you conjugate avoir, you're putting the exact same thing on every single one of these. So parler means to speak or to talk. So this is j'ai parlé, I spoke or talked. I did speak or I did talk. And then I have spoken or I have talked. And that's what you ultimately end up doing for all of these. So there's your ER example. And I will post this on the website so that you can see the ER and the IR. Here's choisir. There we go. That's close enough. J'ai choisi means I chose, I did choose, I have chosen. And then it goes all the way down. And my lines are a little off, so I'll erase that one. And then last but not least, you have rendre. Right here. And again, the same thing. With your subject pronouns, you are conjugating avoir first, and then you're putting your past participle. And then, again, all of the translations into English are exactly the same. So your like assignment from today's Thursday, it's Tuesday, Wednesday. We went over today in class. We did this. And the example I gave them was Mr. and Miss Stroh danced, did dance, and have danced. So what goes here would be ont, because that's how you conjugate avoir with Mr. and Miss Stroh. And then you put the past participle after that. So this would be they danced, did dance, have danced. So what everybody did in class that we went over today are 10. Just 10 where you put it in the blank and you tell me what the translation is. What we are going to do tomorrow is I'm adding not. So if it was ne pas manger, we did not eat yesterday. What you do is you put the ne in front of your helping verb. You put the pas directly after your helping verb, and then you put your past participle. Because whether you have noticed it or not, I have always told you that ne pas goes around your conjugated verb. In this sentence structure, in Passé Composé, avoir, your helping verb, is the verb that is actually conjugated. It is changed. Manger is just a part of speech. It is your main verb, but the helping verb is where your ne pas goes. So if you look back at that, we have one subject pronoun or subject plus two helping verb plus three, you have a past participle. Where those plus signs go, this is where you put your ne, or your in apostrophe, and your pas. They go in between or around your helping verb, in between subject and helping verb, and in between helping verb and past participle. That's how you do not. So this is what we've already done. This is what's already uploaded into Google Classroom for you. Tomorrow we're going to work a little bit with this and write a few sentences, which I know you're thrilled about. And then your test on this is going to be Wednesday the 11th. Those of you that are actually on quarantine, whenever you get back, will get your test made up. Those of you that are virtual, let me know when you're going to come. I've also got some laying out stuff that I'm going to load for all of you this afternoon. So you'll see that. Let me know if you cannot see the answers to the laying out stuff, and I will we'll do something else. I know we had a problem last time with our virtual people. All right, so if you have a question, comment in Google Classroom, shoot me an email, or send me a remind message. After I leave school, another hour and a half or so, I may or may not answer emails until I get back in the morning. But I will eventually get back to you. So let me know if you're having trouble, and I will help you however I can. If I need to make another video, I can do that, or give you some more practice. Okay? Toodles.